All right, how's everyone doing? Today is July 2nd. We found out early today in this upside down world that Diddy was found not guilty um, in 3 out of 5 of the charges that he was faced. The issue here is that all of his supporters today on July 2nd, they were emboldened. They were doing the most in front of the courthouse. It was like the little demons, they came out to play, and no one said anything to them or about them over there. They were just so emboldened. It's like they got through their little head. Now that means they can go ahead and do it because look. He was found not guilty in Rico. So basically, don't fly him out. It was like they were actually speaking out loud. They were thinking out loud. They were something else today. They were ahead of their little self. They were over the moon. They were just so emboldened. I think everyone can see that. Um, the issue here, and I've always said that, Cass, there was a lot of things she did as far as I felt like she was helping him when she was saying she didn't, when she was saying crazy, insane things. For example, when she said that she enjoyed it, like, that's not good. When she said, she would plan some of this, I'm like, that's not good. And then when she stated that she was over there drinking urine, I'm like, okay, that doesn't sound like someone being kidnapped. She's over there drinking it. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, that's something we've never heard. We never heard of human beings drinking urine, and we learned this. And that trial, that poor girl's over there drinking urine. So ever since then, I have been curious. Like, what do Cassie Ventura mouth smell like? Because she's over there tossing salad, drinking urine. I'm like, oh my goodness, that's that thing again. Things that people are willing to do for money. Here we go again. This money. So basically, you had a young lady, a beautiful young lady, extremely beautiful young lady that you wouldn't think that would do these kind of things. Now, I'm not saying there's a certain look of people that do these things, but we know certain people do things because they have to put bread and butter on the table for others, and so they're like, ah, you know. But this, the girl, she had the looks. She was beautiful, but it turned out she was willing to do anything, and it was all for the fame and the money. I guess for her, you can do whatever you want to do with the vehicle as long as I get paid. Now, I know it's kind of hard to explain to some people that there are beings like her in our dimension, that you can do whatever you want to do as long as I'm comfortable, as long as I have money, as long as I get paid. See, if you try to say that to certain people, they will probably like roll their eyes at you. And this is what's here in this dimension with us. Literally, this very beautiful lady, beautiful girl that can get anybody she want on this planet. Well, anybody she want in this dimension. Call it the third, call it the fourth, the fifth. I don't care what dimension you call this. Within this realm we're in, you know, that is acting very unbecoming, atrocious, if you ask me. That's bad hopping, in which we know we shouldn't bad hop the way she was bad hopping. There's nothing wrong with it, but she literally was and boy in big orgies that unheard of 3 4 5 week long orgies over there. And I was like, that doesn't sound like a kidnapped person. She's doing it on a weekly basis, and she said it out of her own mouth, she enjoyed it. At times she enjoyed it. I personally felt like, and I need to do a video where I just like say what I think of her in my opinion. But let's get back to just Diddy's supporters being emboldened. They were out there in the courthouse. They were doing the most. They were just emboldened. I really should have made this about Cassie Ventura because I was thinking about her. But let me just, instead of making a separate one, since we're here, let me just go ahead and get it out. It's just that I don't understand who would possibly want her after everything's all said and done. Please keep in mind this is for entertainment purpose. I don't believe that marriage she's in will last after it's all said and done because it's out there. The whole planet knows. Well, the whole just dimension knows what she was out there doing. I believe that the relationship probably will be around maybe for like an additional 1 or 2, at best 4 years. But I do believe he's going to part ways. I do believe he's going to take half of that money with him. He's taking half of that, and she's going to be left. And whatever do come near her will be coming near her for either freak offs. If they don't come near her for freak offs, they'll be coming near her just so they can bang it, but it would never be wifey material. What happened here, this poor girl, I felt like was exploited. Being that she's young, she definitely was exploited to a certain degree. She exploited the situation for money, but as much as she exploited the situation for money, as much as she got exploited too. So we can say it was like an even Steven. She did it to get to the bag. They did it to make him look bad. But after it's all said and done, yes, she ended up with the bag, but at what price did she end up with this bag here? She has a bag in her hand, all right, but this bag comes with a lot of toxin. This bag actually showed the whole planet that something was gravely wrong here, and then they became more emboldened to one day when, like I said in the beginning of this conversation, where they started screaming, "Let him off! Let him out! Let him go home! Let him go home!" And then when he didn't, they calmed the fudge down over there, But this is gonna be interesting to look at in the coming days. But whoa,